This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning, everyone. It's a new day. It is Tuesday, the 16th January. Good morning to you and yours. And we're back with another edition of THG News Today, right here on THG Network. This morning, we have news from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have news from the British Virgin Islands as they pay tribute to the former Minister of Health there. That's the Honorable Carvin Malone. And we also have news out of Nevis for you this morning. So tell a friend, call a friend, let them know, share the news, the link that THG News is on. Remember to subscribe as we go on a commercial break if you have not already. Please subscribe to the channel and, of course, like what you see, right? And we promise you within the first quarter of this year, we will be more visual than audio. We were getting into the visual side of things as we were taking this in baby steps. So we're getting there. Let us hear from Carl and the Sons, and we will be right back with your news.
Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you.
We begin with news out of St. Vincent as the number of swine flu cases on the island rises. Health officials in St. Vincent are preparing to introduce the influenza vaccine. Here we go again. As part of their protective measures, the Ministry of Health and Wellness Surveillance Committee stated that there was a significant increase in influenza A-H1N1 swine flu cases in St. Vincent and the Grenadines from December 25th, 2023 to January 6th, 2024, with 32 lab-confirmed cases. On NBC Radio on Friday, January 12th, Roger Duncan, Acting Chief Medical Officer of Health, stated that influenza vaccines are not routinely administered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. However, this is something that would be implemented soon. So this is the influenza vaccine that it's not something that's routinely administered in St. Vincent, but you're going to bring it in now like perhaps some kind of a trial again, like the other vaccine, which I took. Let me continue. The routine influenza vaccine is not given in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that is something that we plan to introduce very shortly and that we would offer because of the limited quantities to people who are more at risk for severe disease. Duncan said that adults over the age of 65 who have a variety of ailments should take extra precautions. Some symptoms are high fever, dry cough, sore throat, body aches, and fatigue. Other symptoms include chills, aches behind the eyes, loss of appetite, vomiting, and diarrhea. And this is for the swine flu. I wonder if that's what's going around in other islands. But anyway, they're bringing in the influenza vaccine for this as part of their protective measures. So here we go again with these famous vaccines. And speaking of illnesses, I do not have this as a news item this morning, but I recognize as well that there seems to be a number of cases of leprosy. Now, leprosy is not something that these parts of the world really. And now I believe Barbados last week Barbados would have reported a case of leprosy. And also, I think there are cases, a number of cases, I cannot recall the number right now, but there are cases on St. Lucia of leprosy. I don't know what is happening, but yeah, these are things that we just need to just not be spreading all over the place. Yeah? And now we move to news from the British Virgin Islands. Though he won't get to see the next step in the Virgin Islands as a political advancement, residents are hailing the late Carvin Malone as a true champion of the Virgin Islands, who has always fought for greater autonomy for the territory. Malone reportedly suffered a stroke on January 14th and was taken to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital, where he later passed away. The Virgin Islands Party said Malone served as their president from 1999 to 2016. His commitment extended beyond his presidency. After his success at the polls in 2019, he assumed the role of Minister for Health and Social Development from 2019 to 2022, tirelessly working for the betterment of these Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands Party Chairman Dr. Natalia Wheatley, the current Premier of the BVI, expressed profound sadness and urged the community to keep the entire family in their thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. Carvin was the one who recruited me into the VIP. I would not be here if it were not for him, Premier Wheatley said in an interview with ZBVI Radio. The last conversation we had was related to an event we are planning to help advance our fight towards self-determination, and I am going to honor his memory by continuing this fight. On social media, family and friends left their own tributes, remembering Malone as a vibrant optimist who always cared for the well-being of those around him. A good man, definitely. I've had several meetings with the former Minister of Health, the late Malone, and imagine one night you're home with your family and then you just get a stroke and that's it. Just like that. Life is just like a vapor. I remember the days when you grow old, you get sick, and you die. Now it's here today and gone today. And finally, in our presentation this morning, the 50th anniversary celebrations for Nevis Culturama will be a spectacular display of culture and entertainment like never before. Like never before seen over the festival's history, pledges Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley. One thing with the Honorable Premier Mark Brantley, he knows how to make everything look so good. It will be the best. We'll have the best hospital. That is, by the way, taking about 10 years to finish. We'll have the best Mondo track. We'll have the best. Everything's going to be great. This man can sell ice to an Eskimo. But anyway, that's good. Good promotion. The Premier disclosed that the plans are in full swing and the Nevis Island administration, through the Ministry of Culture, is making every effort to ensure that the Milestone Festival is a huge success. I believe you'll be well pleased with what we are trying to do for this Culturama 50. We're going to be investing in our venues. We're going to be ensuring that everything is in tip-top condition. Investing in the venues, by the way, means a nice VIP area for supporters of the ruling party. That's what that means, really. And we would want definitely for our people to have a wonderful time in memorable Culturama and homecoming. It will be the largest stage for Culturama 50. We're going to have some exciting new prizes, and we anticipate it will be a grand affair. So we ask you to come out, and for those who are coming home, we anticipate that you will have a wonderful time. He informed that already all contestants for the Miss Culture Queen Pageant and the Miss Culture Swimwear competition have been confirmed, and there are a few slots to fill for the Mr. Cool pageant. Nevisians in the diaspora intending to return home for this year's festival have been encouraged to make their travel plans early to ensure their travel, accommodation, and transportation needs are in place. Please come on home, because right after Culturama, the Premier is just waiting to announce the big numbers. So please come on home for Culturama to make sure that he's able to have a good showing in his Facebook message. With respect to flights into Nevis, Premier Brantley revealed that discussions are underway between the NIA and KPIR to increase the number of flights between Nevis and the St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands, especially during the festival period. And of course, spoke about Pinner's is going to be transformed into a mecca for entertainment. We hope to have a grand opening of the second phase of the Pinnis Park project. I didn't even know that was still going on. It seemed to be a forgotten project, really. But anyways, he said that the Pinnis Park project, where they will be building out roads, parking lots, security and sewage system, lighting. So it's all going to be a grand affair for Culturama 50. I do believe it's going to be a grand affair, not because the Premier has a good way of selling things, but I believe that it is going to be a great affair. So please make it your business, especially those in the diaspora, once you are available, to make it home to Nevis for Culturama 50. The slogan is celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. That is our news for this morning. Do join me again tomorrow morning for a similar presentation. Remember to subscribe to our page. Remember to book for Culturama 50. And Anguilla is also celebrating 50 years of carnival on Anguilla. And they're having also spectacular events. So, yeah, lots to do this summer. So you have places to choose from. Join me again tomorrow for a similar presentation. Have a good morning, everyone.